Shalom, real quick, giving all praise here. How about Shemal Shabbat, Shem Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video. It's going to be super quick. The name of the video is, or the title of the video is, if you're in this mindset or mind state or state of mind, you will take the MOTB. So this is a video that was just put up 11 hours ago by GMS South Carolina 08. The title of the video is Can a Man in the Military Be Saved? Should I shave my beard for my job? So here's the comment. You can hardly see it. Let me do this. Anyway, you can see it's kind of blurry. You know what? Let me do this. Let me do this right here. Bring the quality up. Okay, there we go. You can see it clearer. Shalom, elder. Quick question. Should a man shave his beard for job if it only other option is to leave? And another question, can a man in the military be saved? No, you got to grow your beard. That's part of the laws. What if that job said the only job out there, good job too, my son got a good job. Yeah, but you got to dress like a woman. Are you going to do that? You got to cut your Johnson off. You know? But hell no. So, no, you can't, shave your beard for the job. Okay, because you didn't compromise the truth. Which just shows me, I don't know the individual, but this is a man that's straddling the fence. You want to have the best of both worlds. You want to do the world thing, with everything that the world does, but you want to be in the truth at the same time. It doesn't work that way. It's also called being lukewarm. You're straddling the fence. Because if you do that, let's say, yes, you could do it. Well, if they told you to do something else, would you do it? That goes against your laws, your mores, your standards. You're dropping your standards. Hell no. I wouldn't feel right walking around with no motherfucking, with no beard on my face, man. It says in another question, can a man in the military be saved? Yes, if he leaves the military. If he's of the elect, number one, and number two, if he's one of the elect, he's going to eventually leave the military. So you can't be. Look, you know what? Let me go to now. Now the spirit's on me. The book of Joel, right? So the answer is, you can't. If you're in the military, you ain't gonna be saved. You're gonna be destroyed. All right. If you shave your beard to get a job, then you're not one of the elect, and you're gonna be destroyed. And ultimately, with the way you're throwing these questions out, is like I said, you're trying to, play both sides of the world. The best of both worlds, so to speak. You want to be an Israelite, but you also want to do what this system tells you to do. No, you can't be saved. That's a lukewarm attitude. And I can see, based upon his questions, is he's not in the camp. He's not hardcore for this truth. And I don't know the guy, But let me do this. What did I say I was going to do? Oh. If you're in the military, ultimately, when they push that chip, they're going to push that chip in classes. In other words, if you want to be a fireman for the New York Fire Department, you got to get that karagma. If you want to be a doctor and a nurse, you got to get the karagma because it's part of this new system now. If you want to work for the government, you got to get the karagma. You want to be a congressman, a president, remember it said rich and poor, right? Free and bond. Guys in the prison system, they might say, well, if you're in the prison system, they're going to definitely push that karagma, so you got to protest against that, the MOTB. So it all boils down to your question you should really ask. You should jump to the chase and just say, can we be saved if we accept the Karagman? The answer is absolutely no. Don't listen to the mother camps. You can take it, but you can repent when you see the missiles come. You go ahead and test that theory and see what the Most High do. You'd be looking like fucking Daffy Duck after he did that damn trick. Just thought about that. They had Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. They were doing a magic thing, and Daffy Duck wanted to beat Bugs Bunny, so he blew himself up. And he was saying, do it again. He said, you can only do it one time, because he was floating up into the heavens, man. So you can't play with this word, all right? And I said this before, you cannot play with the Most High. There's not a look, you can't say, and this happened at One West, oh, I dealt with the woman because the other brother was smacking on the woman, so I had to come in and comfort the woman. It was a whorehouse back at One West. Ain't nobody gonna tell you that. It was a fucking whorehouse at One West because King Marshall mainly let women up in the school. But all of the seven did. Oh, you gotta teach yourself. Man, fuck the sisters, man. Closest you can get, as far as you women, is watching the videos and saying Shalom, excellent video. That's about it. Okay, that's about it. Alright? So in other words, you're in this thing on a low level, but you're going to be blessed. You're going to be blessed. The ones of you that follow, what the sisters out there that truly follow, GMS, really truly follow Yahweh by Shemau Shai. Apostle Paul said, follow me as I follow Yahweh Shai, right? So the woman that's truly going to be blessed, if you're the elect, because the women are of the elect too, because they're part of Israel. And if they stay with this thing to the end, you're going to get blessings, all right? And you don't take the karagma. Okay, so basically you should have said, can I take the karagma and be saved? Because the next thing, if they got you on the bed thing, when the karagma comes, they're going to say, if you want to keep the job, you got to do the karagma. You want to stay in the military, you got to keep the karagma. So ultimately what's going to happen, if you're in the military, you got the karagma, ultimately they're going to ship your ass. Let me go to Joel 2. This is a future prophecy. It's in the 20th verse. Okay, so it comes up again, Joel 2 and 18, and it's in Acts, deliverance promise, Acts 2 verse 17. That's Peter talking. Then will the Lord Yahweh be jealous for his land and pity his people. Who is his people? The Israelites, starting with the elect. Yeah, Yahweh will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith. Ultimately, that's the kingdom, and the kingdom is going to be on earth. And I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen, disrespected among the heathen. That's the heathen right there. It's talking about the other nations. But I will remove far off from you the northern army. That northern army is talking about North America, and will drive him or them into a land, barren and desolate. Now you got these scholars saying that we've been teaching that it's between the Red Sea and the Euphrates, right? But scholars, including Bishop Nathaniel, he says he changed how he breaks it down. He said it's talking about the Mediterranean. Give me a second here. Let me do this. Let me do this right here. I'll bring it to you in a minute. Bible maps. here. Bear me for a minute. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this over to y'all. Bear me for a minute. Okay, this is what I wanted. This is a biblical map. Okay, so what the scholars, the so-called Christian scholars say, pursuant to Joel 2, the Northern Army, they say it's in between the Mediterranean Sea and the Caspian Sea. And that's way above the land of Israel, right? We maintain that it's in between the Red Sea and the Euphrates. Now you got the Euphrates, you got the Tigris, you got the Persian Gulf. That's also a sea. So we maintain it's going to be right here. But it's going to cover the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment. This is where it's going to be hot at. And this is the Fertile Crescent. Euphrates shall be dried up to prepare the way of the kings. All right. There's the Caucasus, by the way. Russia's over here. The Northern Army is America. It says, but I will remove far from you the Northern Army, meaning the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, all the different branches of the military. It's going to be something major that's going to happen, and we'll drive him into. And what's going to trigger it off is the least of them shall draw them out. All right. Jeremiah 49. Barren and desolate. Now let's go back to the map. Where is it? It says a land barren and desolate. Where the hell? Wait a minute. Okay. This right here, Mediterranean, between the Mediterranean and the Caspian, that's not barren and desolate. This is barren. This is all mostly desert. Desert right here. This is the land of, also known as the land of Havilah. I'm watching CNN with this all day. Hamas attacked Israel. They shot 5,000 rockets, which only hit like a block. I don't know how all 5,000 hit one block, and they kidnapped a bunch of people. You know what I'm thinking. You know, tell me what you think. You know what I'm thinking. The first thing that popped in my head, you know what I'm thinking. Anyway, let's come back over here. So for you to say, I shaved my, why you shave your beard, brother? Because of this job, and it's a good job, and I had to do it. And why'd you join the military? Because there wasn't no jobs out there. So if you're part of any class, a class meaning the police, nurses, doctors, people that work for the government, like Congress, that's a class. Military, that's a class. So if you're part of a class, that's how they're going to push that karagma. That's how they're going to push it. So if you in the military, you got a job where you shave your beard off, guess what? You're going to take that karagma. Why? Because you're not a part of the elect. With his face toward the EC and his hinder part toward the utmost C, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. Meaning they're going to be when they ship the Northern Army, the military, they're not coming back. Not one of them coming back. There ain't going to be no survivors to tell the story. And at that same time, they're not going to have no place to come back to, which is Babylon the Great, because that's going to be a desert. All right. Anyway, let me come back over here. Where am I? So your question is no and no. And if you go against what we're saying, that's on you. You're going to ultimately take the karagma and you're going to be destroyed. You can't straddle the fence, you know? Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.